All right, good evening, family. This is Twins Life back with another video. Now, tonight I am meal prepping my lunch for tomorrow. I am going to be having honey jerk salmon with some pasta, roasted Brussels sprouts, and a vegetable salad. So, stay tuned and we'll get started. So, we're going to start by seasoning our salmon, and this is 1.55 pound of Alaskan salmon. This is some pink Himalayan sea salt. I have some white ground pepper. Also some extra virgin olive oil. Just gonna drizzle it on there. Okay. And then last but not least, I have some green seasoning that I made, which is some cilantro, oh my gosh, some onion and garlic. And then I'm just gonna save the rest. Last but not least, we're going to use some Walker's Wood spicy Jamaican jerk marinade. Okay, you only need a little bit. I'm using spicy because this is for my lunch. My son doesn't particularly like the jerk, so that's fine with me. So I could just use a little bit more. I'm gonna rub this in. Also, I'm going to use some honey. Then we're going to let it marinate for 10 minutes. Going to cover it up with some plastic wrap and let it do what it do. So I'm just gonna rub the marinade in onto the fish, and I did leave the skin on my fish as well because I like the fatty taste. So, just letting it get all up under there. All right. I have some water over here to the side, just rinsing my hand off. Into the fridge for 10 minutes. All right, we're back. We're going to go ahead and prep our salad, which is going to be cucumber, tomato, and some onion. You all know it's that old school grandmother cucumber salad. So right, so get all of that into the bowl. Some little stragglers left over. So I diced everything up how I like it. And y'all, nobody's gonna be eating this but me. My son doesn't want like this type of stuff, but he loves pickles. Okay. Just rinsing my hands off. I want a little kick to mine, so I'm going to use the Ajika Georgian seasoning blend. Again, it's got a little garlic, chili flakes, spicy, garlicky, and deeply aromatic and savory. So basically just giving it some flavor out of the norm. It does not have any salt in it. So we're going to use some pink Himalayan salt, just a little bit. And also some white pepper. Basic seasoning, just something normal. And then we're going to hit it with some olive oil. And again, this is the old school salad, so we're not going to use Italian dressing. You can if you want to, but I'm not. So that's 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to use 3. And this is extra virgin olive oil. And last but not least, now you got to put that vinegar in there, because how else you going to get that pop? So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. I like sour, so 2.5 for me. And then from there, I'm going to use a little sugar to cut down on the acidity from the vinegar. Okay, so I'm going to use half a teaspoon. All right. Regular black pepper. I already used white pepper, but I like using both of those. Gonna mix it up. And what the heck? Let's go ahead and put the lid on. And just shake it up. I just want to see what it tastes like. To your liking. This is gonna be a hit. Pretty tasty. Last but not least, Brussel sprouts. Baby cabbages. So we're gonna roast these. Just get these ready for the oven. Gonna drizzle with some olive oil. Then we're gonna come through with some pink Himalayan salt. And I know people make these however they want to. I'm gonna go back with the smoky, savory Ajika Georgian and toast these bad boys. Let me give me something to stir it with. Nice little color. And last but not least, you can't forget the garlic. And you just throw them in the oven. So here goes our salmon. It has been marinating in the refrigerator for about 12 minutes actually. And now we're going to go ahead and place it into the oven for 20 minutes because it only takes about 20 minutes for it to cook. Then we're gonna check on it and baste it. In the meantime, we're gonna roast some Brussels sprouts. So y'all, the salmon is ready. Well, it's 10 minutes in. I'm gonna go ahead and baste that. But before we baste the salmon, we're gonna go ahead and roast our Brussels sprouts here in the air fryer for about 7 minutes. That's about all it takes. And again, the only thing that we put onto the Brussels sprouts was some olive oil, salt, some garlic ajika spicy seasoning, and that was it. $370. I'm gonna do 10 minutes. It's gonna start on its own. And in the meantime, we're just gonna baste our salmon. So the juice is looking kind of sticky there. And again, I left the skin on. We're just gonna put this back into the oven for 10 minutes. All right, family, we are back. The salmon is done. The Brussels sprouts are done. And just gonna get the salmon out of the oven. This is what we're looking like. Okay, place that there. And then the roasted Brussels sprouts. Gonna take those off and just set them here onto the cookie sheet. Let those cool down. The pasta is boiling, so we're gonna come back and do some meal prep. So family, we are back and we are going to meal prep. I'm going to be using this Rubbermaid snack-along meal prep kit. I bought it at Sam's, well, I would say almost a year ago, and I'm just now going to use it on today. So we're going to open this thing on and up, and we see what it has in there. But we're only wanting to use the divided rectangles and the snackers. So I'm gonna put my main course in here, and then I'm gonna put my salad in the smaller containers. I gotta wash them out. Okay, we got everything laid out. We're gonna start by putting pasta in the dish. One nice heaping spoon. Try to make sure they're even. And this is some linguine. I just want to make sure I get all of my pasta in there. So let's go ahead and just build one plate. So we have our pasta here. And then we're going to go in with a piece of fish. I did go ahead and cut it off camera. It's very moist. Gonna lay that on top of the pasta. Then we're going to move on over here and get some Brussels sprouts. So I'm just going to pick this up. Scoop a few on here. And then repeat the process. Make sure everybody has enough Brussels sprouts. And then our salad. So it looks like we really only have enough for about 4 salads, and that's quite okay. Okay, y'all, this is what I ended up with, and I was like, dang, when I was plating my food, I was like, dang, I should have did this on camera, but you live and you learn. This is my first meal prep on camera, and again, this is what we end up with. Now, I'm struggling over here trying to open up this Parmesan cheese because I want to sprinkle a little bit onto the Brussels sprouts. Give it just a little kick so that when you warm it up, it'll be, you know, a little pretty to look at. Little Parmesan's not gonna hurt nobody. Next time I'll try to roast it with the Parmesan on there. And hey, why not? Since we're doing pasta, let's sprinkle some of this Parmesan onto the pasta. Not the meat itself, but the pasta. Because I do like a little cheesy pasta. I don't want to put it on my food since this is the first time that I'm going to prep it, so I don't know how it's going to take. But the fish is ultimately tender. Everything looks amazing. It smells amazing. I'm just going to let it cool off, and then I am going to put it into the fridge and get ready for my week. Thanks for hanging with me, y'all, and have an amazing week.